America, and welcome to Invent America, because America invents.
This episode of Invent America TV is brought to you by America's Inventor Lady and Home Talk USA. Home Talk is a proud member of the King's Broadcasting Network and has been bringing to you the best of America's home-based product innovation since 1998. This segment of Invent America TV is brought to you by the law offices of R.P. Baraska. RPB law offices have been bringing corporate-level legal expertise to the independent inventor community for more than 20 years. For all your inventing legal needs, trust rpblawoffices.com.
And thank you so much for being with us for this episode of Invent America, because America loves to invent. So my guest for this segment of Invent America is Jean Moody. Jean has got a very cool product called Wrap-A-Candle. Jean, thanks so much for being with us today. Tell our listeners what Wrap-A-Candle is, and doggone it, how soon are we going to have some of these that we can start buying?
Well, I'll start with when you can get it. You can get it in your hot little hands come second week of November. So we'll be ready to launch and be on Amazon website, everything second week of November. What Wrap-A-Candle is it simply 3 candle bases, and you just change the outer wrap to give your candle a fresh new look in minutes. It doesn't melt down like your traditional candle, make a mess all over everything, your table, anything like that, because it just uses a tea light in the top. Once the tea light's gone burning, you just drop another one in. Your candle always stays intact and never looks ugly and messy.
Well, I think that's amazing, because as I was decorating for fall, I was thinking about you, because I was getting out those candles that were melted down, and, they weren't exactly, it's like, okay, right now I need something that looks like fall decor, but Christmas is right around the corner, Jean. And so, it's very cool. But, what you're getting ready to put your website up, but what did you learn at the show about your message? How did people start learning to understand? Because this is, on a new product, you got to be able to choose your words really carefully.
Yep. At the show, we got a lot of great feedback. And the main feedback I got was, this is a great product, but it has to be explained because there's nothing out there like it. So that makes us very clear on, it's not a great retail product at this point, but it makes a great online product, an Amazon product, because you could see it in action. You have to see it in action to really understand the concept.
Yes, yes. And that, I think there are, there's certainly products like that where if you don't see them in action, it's really hard to understand what you mean. And then when you see them, it's like, okay, now I get it.
Yes, yes. And the other thing I learned is that we had too many SKUs displayed at the ASD Market Week. And so it was like, great feedback again from these geniuses that came by and shared their insight and said, reel it in, go very basic and start simple. It will sell more. You don't have to please everybody, get to your niche. And we came back, and that's exactly what we did.
And that was really good, because, it's like, when it's something brand new and you use a word salad or a SKU salad in your case, it's really hard to make people understand, what problem did you solve?
Yes. Yep.
And
so that was great feedback.
So we loved having you there, and I'm glad that you got the feedback that you needed, because it does make all the difference in the world when you start. It's like somebody says, well, I say, all right, how many versions of this you're going to make? Oh, we're going to make it in this color, and this color, and this color, and all these sizes. It's like, no, pick one.
No.
You got to go out there and make sure that you can get sales. And then when you license it, all right, they will decide how many sizes, how many colors that you're going to do.
Yes. Yes. And even in your initial stock, how many are you buying to set out was a big decision. We started with a small set so that we can pivot if we need to. We didn't want to invest in 10,000 units to start. We wanted to start small and make changes if needed.
Yeah, that's excellent. So what's your ultimate goal, Jean? Where are you going with this?
Ultimate goal is we have a second generation of the candle, which is a 3 wick. So initially we're going to keep collecting information, and then license is really, where we're going to go. We're going to start selling online, getting feedback, getting testimonials, hearing what the people want and think, and then hopefully license it in so that we can get it out to everyone.
So you said you've got inventory coming in,
Yes,
and you're looking for inventory to be coming in the second or week or so of November.
it'll be here this week,
Oh,
and then we're going
wow.
to
Okay.
start packaging. So we got to get it
Okay.
packaged and then sent off to Amazon for distribution.
All right. All right. So that's wonderful. At least you know that you'll be able to take orders and placements for
Yes,
Christmas because they're
yes,
candles and everybody loves
yes.
candles for
It was
Christmas.
it was a big thing to get it launched as quickly as possible into October, first part of November, because this holiday season is the prime buying time for candles.
Yes.
And that
Yes.
was important to us.
Yes. So, and I'm assuming that you're going to be sending me pictures and things that we can post
Of course.
when you get everything, and your website will let everybody know. But
Yep.
you said wrap a candle and it will be available on Amazon. So how are you working with Amazon? You said it gives you a better chance to it, and I do buy on Amazon. Um, and so I do understand what you're saying, but share with our listeners, what would they see different on Amazon as opposed to in a box at, Bed Bath and Beyond?
Yeah. So what's great about starting out at Amazon is the product can sell on the Amazon site, right? Where in retail you have to have packaging, and you have to understand very quickly what the product is in a retail place. So with Amazon, we're able to start with video and showing how Wrap a Candle is used, and people buy it, and the packaging is nice, although it's not retail ready. First, we need to get the product out there, start showing people what Wrap a Candle is, and this innovative idea around evergreen candles, right? They change just like Barbie clothes. You just Thanksgiving's over, now we're ready to put Christmas on, pull the wrap off, put a new one on, voila, Christmas is here. So we have to first get word out through Amazon and through our website and through those purchases before we can really step into the spend of retail packaging. It's a whole different ballgame. And I've learned that through the time that we spent together at ASD Market Week and talking to all of those people that own businesses.
And it's amazing what you can learn. You've got to be standing there and be able to look at people and put it in their hands so that they can tell you then what their feedback is.
Right, right. It was fabulous hearing all of the different ideas and thoughts that, we didn't think through. So
Yeah.
it was well worth it.
Well, your day job is not in, marketing and commercializing a new product. And so when you go to, work developing a new product, and it's hard to take, what you're thinking about how cool a product is that you're developing and put it into 10 words or less.
Rita, developing the product was the easy part.
Yeah, I
Now the work
understand.
begins.
I understand. Well, if you know anybody out there who is working on a product and one would like to be on the radio show, please have them get in touch. And if they would like to go to ASD Market, we can get feedback, that market research that Jean and her team got when they were there. Have them get in touch, because there is no better place to learn than feet on the ground at a show. It's priceless. So if you know someone, you're out there, you've got a product that you're working on, let them know that there is a resource out there. And we are so grateful to King Productions for allowing us to present America Invents during this segment. If you've got questions, let us know. If you want to share, we would love to have you join us. So stick with us, everybody. We will be right back with another cool product that was with us at ASD Market Week last year. Jerry Meals is, he's not floating around out there in the Pacific right now. He's got feet on a boat. So he will be with us as soon as we come back. Stick with us, everybody. We're going to go pay some bills, and we've got some more information for you.
This segment of Invent America TV is brought to you by SearchQuest Patent Search. SearchQuest provides for a comprehensive patent search that searches the entire world and not just the U.S. Patent Office. Make sure that before you spend those big bucks having a patent written, you've done your due diligence by getting a comprehensive patent search. Use SearchQuestPatents.com for all your patent search needs. They scour the world for you.
And thank you so much for being with us for this segment of Invent America. It is brought to you by Noah McNeely and Product Quick Start. He does a lot of the prototypes for our inventors and helps get them teed up for that manufacturing phase that Gene is going through right now. So thank you so much, Noah, for being out there for all of our inventors. And my guest right now is Jerry Mills. Jerry is the inventor of AcuPress Ear, which is holy moly, so amazing. I got the last one last year. Jerry had inventory last year, sold everything that he had and saved the last one for me. And I am grateful. So, and then my family had to buy their own after we got back. So Jerry, tell everybody, what is AcuPress Ear and why is it so amazing? Jerry, I need you to unmute your microphone, honey. Still muted. Unmute.
There we go.
There
How
you
about
are.
now? How about now?
All right, got you now. All right.
Okay. AcuPress Ear is a life-changing natural pain relief. It has non-invasive pins you put on your ear like a Bose headset, and you just feel the magic. You let it ease into your body, goes up to your brain, snaps, triggers the pain receptors, and yeah, we didn't invent acupressure, Rita. We just found a way to harness it. Your ears are your microsystem of your whole body.
I
And
don't
this
think most
is,
people realize how many little nerve endings are in your ears.
oh my gosh, yeah, there's 25,000 nerve endings in each ear and 200 acupressure points. And this headset hits all the points. So if you have a headache and a backache, this will help you get out of pain.
Well, I know you had one out there, at the show last year that you were testing, and I always have issues with my back when I'm out there and getting set up. And you put that on me and said, "Come here and try it. Come here and try it." It's like, okay, fine, Jerry, I'll come in there and try it. And I was at the point where I didn't know if I could move anymore. And you put that on me, and my back pain was under control the entire rest of the show. It was amazing.
Yes, and that's what we get a lot of, at the show. People would try it, they're thinking, "Oh, this thing doesn't work well," and then walk around and then realize that they're out of pain, and then come back and buy one, and they're like, "Holy Toledo, this thing does work!" And yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
a
So,
neat device.
how did you narrow that down, Jerry? How did you get that?
Well, one of our main things that it does is helps with motion sickness, which is our keyword. And a buddy of mine came up fishing and he was so seasick, and another captain said, "Oh, put black electrical tape on your earlobes." He said, "My wife
Okay.
does that and she doesn't get sick." I know. And so we did. And to the guys that were sick, I've never been, thank gosh. But yeah, we just started looking into the ears and we found a way to harness it. It
Amazing.
it is amazing. It's the neatest job I've ever had. Just watching people like you, all of a sudden their eyes, they look up like, wow, okay. It's
Oh,
a great
yeah.
sensation.
All right. So, what kind of electronics are in AcuPress Ear?
There are no electronics. It's all natural. It's simple, easy to use, affordable. It is, I call it the best tool in your bag. So
Well, and that was not exactly a trick question because I knew there were no electronics in it. Because what I was looking at it the first time, I'm thinking, where do the batteries go? We're not plugged into anything, so where do the batteries go? And it was absolutely amazing to find out this thing works so well just because of the pressure it's putting on those nerve endings. And there are no batteries, and there is no plug-in. There is, you are basically the human power.
yeah, exactly. It's portable, a lot of it's good for plane rides, train rides, anything. People, get cramped up if you're sitting in a plane for 4 or 5 hours. And just pain in general, and it has a lot of other features too that they can go on our website and look at.
All right. So how did you deal with the message? How did you, get, away from the word salad and to something that gets people's attention right away?
Well, we kind of hit the streets, just did a lot of shows, a lot of, venues, and it's word of mouth, Rita. I mean, when one person buys it and it works for them, like you'll tell somebody. I mean, it's a great thing to share. Who doesn't know someone that has a pain, a hitch in their get along somewhere? It's everywhere.
That is true. Everybody's got a pain someplace. So what is your next step, Jerry? Do you have some inventory? Can people buy some of these for Christmas?
Yes, we have a lot of inventory. We just restocked, and we're excited for Christmas. It'd be a great Christmas gift for friends, family, and you just have to try it. I mean, we're like Gene there. Until they try it, then they believe it, and the proof's in the pudding. It's people, all our testimonies. We've had over 500 plus people, and just phenomenal. It's
Where can someone go to find you? Where can they place an order?
on Shopify. We are acupressear.com.
All right. So, and you've got a website, AcuPress Ear?
Yes, a very nice website. It has
Excellent.
instruction videos, has the whole gamut, what it does for you, you know. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So, you are out on a boat. I mean, you generally live out. So there's been times when it's like, no, you're 75 miles off a coastline someplace. And so, how do you work on AcuPress Ear when you spend the majority of your time out on a boat?
Well, we have internet here, so it's just like anything. And yeah, we just brought the boat up from Oregon to Alaska as an 8-day ride, but I did a lot of work on Acupress here, and I have a partner that does real well, keeps me in line and keeps me moving. So
So
yeah,
how long have you been out there with AcuPress Ear? How long have you been working on it, and how long has it been available to get on the market?
we've been on it for 3 years. We've gone over 6 prototypes, trying different things. And, you can always improve your product. There's no doubt about it. But I think what we have now is, pay dirt, so to speak. But yeah, that's 3 years, and we're just now ramping up, getting good speed. We got a couple influencers, we got some doctors behind us, chiropractors, nurses. It works for pregnancy too, people with cramps, you
Well,
know.
and that's a really good one because, pregnant women aren't supposed to take anything with, the drugs in them, and this is a drug-free pain reliever, hallelujah.
Yeah, and sleep disorders is one of the best things this does also, you put it on, you think, "Oh man, this ain't working." You take it off and 8 hours later you wake up fresh as a daisy going, "Oh, okay."
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
had I had not heard of that one. I mean, I was dealing with it for back pain, but not realize that, it would help with, you know, sleeping and everything else, which is on your website, correct?
Correct.
All right. So, when you go out there, is there, you're constantly looking then at that next version. How are you going to make it better? Are you paying attention to feedback then and looking into some of those things?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot of different ideas, you got to start before you can finish, but we make it a little more modern, a little smaller. Not that it's big, but we have all kinds of things in the works for kids and different things, dogs even. I tried it on a dog in Alaska. That was, I swear, it was limping, and we put it on him just to see, and he walked up and he walked away and he wasn't limping. I mean, so there's all kinds of things. Everybody has ears, everybody has the acupressure points. And the best
Yeah.
thing about this invention is it hits all your points simultaneously all at once. And that's what one of our doctors said. He said, "Wow, that really hits pay dirt." It's good.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So I've got a special request for you.
Okay.
Find one that makes you not get old.
Ah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what I tell my
yeah.
kids.
when you can do one that reverses aging, it's like you're going to have a gold mine there.
Absolutely. Aw.
Oh, shoot. So, anyway, thanks so much for being with us, Jerry. It is always a pleasure to see you. I know that we are working on licensing and getting it out there. So we will be talking again soon. And for anybody out there that has got, any kind of pain, sleep disorder, not the anti-aging just yet, but that's to come in the future. So, Acupress Ear is where you want to be able to go to find this really innovative pain reliever, because there's no electricity, there's no drugs, it's easy to use, it's inexpensive, and you don't use it just once. You use it whenever you need it forever, unless you throw it over the boat side. So anyway, great Christmas gift for anybody and everybody out there who's got someone in the family or a friend who is suffering. So go and find your Acupress Ear, and you can also go to Invent America Radio. We will have a link on our site. So we're going to be right back with our industry expert. A big shout out to King Broadcasting Network and all of the folks behind the scenes there who help make this a reality. And my industry expert is Don Skaggs. He is out of Kentucky, an inventor himself, and helps all those folks in Kentucky and around the world get from here to there or mine to market. So stick with us, everybody. We will be right back.
Hi, this is a training pull-up for little boys, and it's a great product to use. It makes it easy for the parent and the child when learning how to potty train. The coolest part about the product is that you don't have to take the child's pants all the way down every time that they need to use the restroom. You can just open this part here, and the child can tinkle through here, and it makes it easy for the parent and the child. It's a great product, and I cannot wait until it hits the market.
And thank you so much for being with us today. And my industry expert for this segment of Invent America is Don Skaggs. We've had Don Skaggs on before because he's an industry expert, and he gives inventors advice all the time. Don, thanks so much for being with us today.
Well, thanks, Rita. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
And so, Don, what do you do?
We help inventors, entrepreneurs, anybody with an idea for a product or a business. We're at kyinventors.org. We do a live stream once a month called Inventor Friday. It's a lot of fun. You can find us on YouTube, and then you can find us on the website, kyinventors.org.
So, and we've taken a lot of your inventors to ASD Market Week with us. I've been a speaker at your meeting a couple of times.
Yep.
And so, you've been doing this for about as long as I have. So you've seen a lot of inventors make some of those critical word errors on either naming their product, on the description of their product. Let us know how, what does that look like sometimes?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I almost want to say don't get me started. 'Cause we've seen so many, especially the engineer types, the tinkerer types. And you ask them what time it is, and they want to tell you how to build the clock. And you'll lose I've sat beside inventors or stood beside inventors that were pitching their product to a customer, and they lost their customer 9 minutes ago because they've been talking to them for 10 minutes because they just kept going. They talked them into it, and then they talked them right back out of it. I've bore witness to that very thing. And sometimes I think they really want to just blind them with science. They're like, oh, here, let me tell you about the 17 different steps that it's involved in. No. They don't want to hear the 17 steps. They want to know, what does it do? What does it do for me? And just like your two other guests, I mean, they were right to the point. They were on point. Okay, this is what it does. This is what it does for me. Wow, this is great. Look at the benefits that it benefits me. And sometimes I think this all goes back down to is it about you or is it about them? It's not all about you. It is about what the customer's suffering, what the customer needs, what the customer wants, and it's taking care of them. If you focus on them and not on yourself, because a lot of times we've got this paternal instinct. We've sort of given birth to this idea, this invention, and we want to kind of treat it like a baby. And that's the problem. I don't care if it's diapers or college tuition, babies cost money. And
Me too.
the more you treat it like a baby, the more it's going to behave like a baby.
Yep. I always tell inventors, it's like, having an idea is like innovating a child, conceiving the
Yes.
child. You conceive it, you nurture it, it sucks you dry, you throw it out. And until you
Right.
throw it out, it's not going to grow up and take care of you. So you've got to get to the point where you're throwing it out.
Absolutely.
And part of that is in the message. It's like, Jerry, it solves pain. It takes
Hmm.
your pain away. It makes your pain go
Yes.
away. Well, everybody's got some kind of pain out there. And
Yeah.
so those first couple of lines, if people want to know more, they will ask more. But
And
those first couple of lines, it's, here it is, here's the problem it's solved, and it's $150. There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's what they want to know. And if you can hone in on that. And this is why sometimes those, going to shows like ASD Market Week, going to shows like the Innovation Station at kyinventors.org, those types of shows, I've had people walk away from those places and say, I have learned more about who my customer is in the last X number of days than I have the entire time I've been working on this.
Yep.
Because it's that feedback and keeping your ear close to the ground of what did I say that made their face light up? And what did
Yep.
I say where they were just wandering off in their mind while I was talking to them? And
That eye connection is so critical because
yes,
when they're excited, you can see it in their face. You can
absolutely.
understand it when you shake their hand and they're giving you money instead of a goodbye. And so you want to be able to read the audience. And I tell people you
Yep,
can talk to more folks in 3 days at a business to business trade show than you can 6 months online.
exactly.
And so that's why we look at, that face and practicing. We had a
Yeah,
lady go to ASD with us a couple of years ago, and she goes, I don't know what to say. And it's like, let us help you out. And so she learned. And then
yeah.
she went to a couple of shows on her own, and she goes, oh my God, people aren't asking for a case of these, they want a pallet.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. And it's getting there in the water, getting on that dance floor and just in yeah, we've got a saying around here at Inventors Network is nobody wants to dance with the wallflowers. So you've got to get out there, you've got to cut the rug up a little bit, you've got to be able to, and you're like, well, I'm afraid, I don't know how, I don't know. Well, get out there in it. Get out there,
Yep.
watch other people that are doing it and doing it well, and then practice.
Yep.
Practice until it just becomes second nature to you.
Well, and that's why, when we take a team to ASD Market Week and everybody's got your back. So we've got professional salesmen there who,
Yep.
they're looking at the products, they're helping the inventor understand what the pitch is, for those products. The inventor tells them what the product is, and then the professionals come up with the pitch. And
Yes.
so learning those few words, what catches somebody's attention? It
Mm-hmm.
might be this 6 words or another 6 words, and you figure
Yeah.
out then what are the keys. Do they understand this? No, I have no idea what your product does. And I know that Jean struggled with that with Wrap a Candle until she got the words, but it was
Yep.
practicing at 3 days at ASD Market Week.
That's it. It's practice, practice, practice. So many people they know every word and every line of their favorite song, but they don't know the right words to recite, to say, to be able to just say at a second's notice of what do I need to say to really really get their attention and get it across to them that this is going to solve their problem. This is going to make them happy. This is going to be the thing that they really do want. And until
Yeah,
they understand that, they're not going to buy.
right, right. It's like, do you ever experience any pain? Well, yeah, let me show you acupress here.
Yeah.
And so you'd pull them in, and where Jerry
Hmm.
was sitting there, and they said, here, we had it set up so that he could demonstrate on the people walking by. It's like, let me show you how this works. That was, all the difference in the world is being able, and they were very specific. We need to demo this. Well, there are certain products that you need to demo.
Yeah.
And it makes all the difference in the world.
Very do.
Certainly being
Yeah.
able to see it makes all the difference in the world. So anyway, Don, thanks so much for being on with us today. You are always a wonderful insight. And to anyone out there who's got a new product, who is manufacturing in America, we want to know about those products. We want to know what you've got, what problems you solved, how you did it. We love to tell the stories. And, if you've got some insight that we can share with the American consumer, please, by all means, a cool new product that we can share with the American consumer, by all means. And if you are looking to go to a show where you can show off, join us, because we're putting together our team for ASD Market Week in March. Oh my God, I can't believe March is right around the corner. So anyway, join us, everybody. We are happy to help. We're happy to give insight, and we're happy to share the stories. So join us. And again, thanks to King Productions for making all of this a possibility. We are grateful to Michael King, the Cajun contractor, and his team of experts who do this every week for us. So, and Invent America will be back with you next week. Thanks everyone for joining us today. We will be back next week with more stories on getting products from mind to market. We will have new inventors and industry experts. So join us and have a wonderful week.